Hi guys, it's Ricky. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a new website I started called the AI Enterprise Initiative. One day I'm hoping to start a nonprofit to help people. But for now, I'm going to volunteer my time teaching people to document fraud and corruption. Hopefully, we can start getting people to use artificial intelligence for social good and innovation. Because together I believe we can accomplish anything. What is going on with these videos? All right. So I was recently locked in a mental health hospital because I tried to file a harassment order against my insurance company, Commonwealth Care Alliance, here in Massachusetts. For months, I've been posting stories with artificial intelligence online, tracking corruption, and dealing with my own life issues. And I haven't gotten anywhere. I haven't been able to solve any problems, even though I do have solutions. I see people suffering everywhere. So I thought I need to come up with something different. Stop trying to do the same things over and over again. So I thought starting a different website instead of that Google Blogger series I had going might make things simpler. I thought this would be a cool design for my company too. Two question marks, questioning each other. Two questions are better than one. If you have questions and people won't answer them, there's something wrong. So I created this website as a hub of information to help everyday citizens. My hope is teaching everyday people to document fraud and corruption while using technology to better the world. If we don't document all the things that have happened to us, trying to explain what's happened to other people is nearly impossible. We forget details, people want to see proof, and we don't have it on us readily available. But if we write these things down in these free Google Blogger series and post pictures of our evidence, then we always have everything ready. So when the time arises and there is a problem and we need it, it's there. I had issues in court from a false allegation of assault, and my case got dragged on for 3.5 years. But it worked in my favor because I gave up my attorney client privilege, started emailing my lawyers because I didn't want to talk on the phone anymore. Every time I talked on the phone, there was always confusion, and they wouldn't answer my questions or explain things to me in ways that I felt were acceptable. And then all of a sudden, when I started using email and I'd use AI at times to ask better questions, my lawyer started responding to me instead of ignoring me. Granted, I didn't win my case. I didn't get to go to trial like I had hoped, but I did hold the line, and that's something a lot of people don't do. And I believe that because I had all of this stuff online before I went to court and before I was tossed in that mental health hospital, I believe that's why they released me. I know there are other people. There's a guy on Facebook right now. I closed the page. I can find it later and make another video, talk about him. But he spent 5 months in a New Jersey mental health hospital because he tried to expose some fraud and corruption. And that's totally unacceptable. Uh, I'm going to ramble on instead of talking about this website, but I started a page that's going to talk about all my personal issues and how I believe I can use my stories to help other people. I don't need to get into this now, but there are links to my Google Blogger, which people can read about if they want. That's not important for today. My friend Tammy, her murder, her death has been, I don't even know if we'd say uninvestigated for the last 30 years. It's been unsolved for the last 30 years, and no one seems to show any interest. I had an issue with the Hampden County District Courts altering evidence in cases back in 2013 and 2016. That same kind of issue happened in Worcester from 2021 to 2025. I was complaining about abuse going on in disabled adults in children group homes, and nothing was done about it, which mirrors exactly what's going on in these DCF, child protective services going on here in Massachusetts and across the United States. So I want to start gathering stories from people and linking their websites to mine and hopefully my website to theirs. So every time someone has a problem, they can reach all of us, not just one person. You know, there's thousands of us. There's no reason that we can't all be working together. And this isn't all just doom and gloom. When I did start this, I wrote stories about how AI could be used to help people and all these positive stories. But honestly, there's a lot more negative in the world than there is positive. So it's sad to say. But I have a link here to one person, Becca, who's been helping people in Massachusetts with DCF issues. I'm not going to sign in, but this is her personal page. You can reach out to her. I know she's working on a lot of cases right now. There's this DCF uh, groups page that they hate DCF, and they have all kinds of videos about the abuse going on. And this mirrors what's going on with the adults with disabilities. And you can sign up for their letters, and they have a forum here. I don't know if it's gonna load. My computer's nice and slow. So you can leave messages for these people and get involved. Massachusetts Corruption Exposed, I believe, is private, so you'll have to join the group. But all of these people share all of their private stories and the names of people involved. And for anyone that's interested in my personal story or how it could help them, it might be easier talking to me, and I can explain how I can help you. I created my entire life story. I don't understand why people don't use Google Blogger as a diary. For years, we were taught to journal. All throughout school, I was taught to write how I feel and talk about my thoughts and feelings. And now no one does that at all. When I mention this to other people, they make faces at me and think that I'm weird because I like to talk about my feelings and talk about how things matter to me. I've shared a link to my personal Facebook page, my TikTok page, my YouTube channel, which I'll have this video on. And I started a petition. Hopefully, we can get the federal government to start investigating all these issues that we know are going on. And why isn't artificial intelligence being used to help us solve it? I used artificial intelligence to help me do all kinds of stuff. And yes, granted, it's made to waste our time and screw with us and sabotage certain projects that go against their company, but it can still be useful. And the fact that I've failed so many times to accomplish something that other people have done thousands of times proves that there's something wrong going on here. I'm not dumb. What I'm trying to do is very simple. All I really wanted to do in the beginning was create an AI diary that could help me reflect on my life. And then as soon as this AI realized that my diary could be used to track corruption and expose fraud across the United States and the world, it totally sabotaged my project. I made videos of how it worked, and maybe I should get to this in a second. But I also wrote a history of AI, which I still need to expand on because I believe everyone needs to learn about our history. And I took some snapshots of the community that I live in. I don't know why it's loading like that. Picture of my dog. But I hope people get involved in their community. This is an area over by where my friend was found, and there's trash there. People were living with kids in the woods, and it's absolutely horrible. But getting to how AI works, I want to see how fast this chat GPT, can you read it? All right. I'll send that to him. Where's DeepSeek? Can you read the news and tell me what's going on in Massachusetts? Question mark. Anything I might find important? Question mark. So we're sending this to ChatGPT to see how he loads. and I sent that to DeepSeek on my phone, and now you can see he's answering on my phone and on the computer at the same time. I'm surprised that ChatGPT actually loaded fast today, but AI doesn't work the way we think it works. Why is my phone loading and my computer at the same time unless they received the message at the same time? And now there's some kind of clock saying how fast they're allowed to give me the message. Because 20 years ago, I used to be able to shut this app off, turn it back on, and the message would just be there. But now, no matter what, the message loads slow as can be. But you can see AI is super helpful for research, all types of amazing things. I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about my website for today. I hope that people reach out. I hope people are willing to share their problems. Like on my website, I talk about all of my problems. If we don't talk about our problems, we can't solve them. And if you don't tell me how you solved your problems, maybe I'll never be able to solve my problems. So I hope people really get interested in this. I hope people start using AI. Reach out to me, tell me how I can make my website better. I can switch things up. The AI Enterprise Initiative. And thank you for anybody that's watched, and God bless.